Welcome to the most disliked show on YouTube. Welcome to the most disliked show on YouTube. Welcome to the most...
Why Kamala Harris is the new Democratic frontrunner. Says who? Some dweeb that sits on a CNN set in New York City? Says Chris Cillizza? You get to choose who the frontrunner is? Where's the polling? If there's one lesson Democrats should learn from the 2018 election, it's this. Their base wants to make history. Democratic voters helped elect a historic number of women to Congress. They elected the first Muslim American women, one in Minnesota, another in Michigan. They voted in the first Native American women, one in New Mexico and one somewhere else. Okay, everywhere you looked on the map last Tuesday night, Democratic voters were backing women, and oftentimes women of color. Which brings us to the 2020 Democratic presidential race, and specifically to California Senator Kamala Harris. Harris, in her first term as senator from the country's largest state, where she won in 2016, she made history as the first African-American woman and the first Indian-American woman to represent something. So Cillizza is going over some of the projected candidates, and he comes to Bernie Sanders, number 6. The case for Sanders remains as obvious as it ever was. He came in second in the 2016 presidential primary, maintains a high favorability rating with Democrats, and he's quite progressive in a party moving to the left. Yet it seems like his moment may have passed. Sanders placed a distant second in a CNN October poll on the Democratic primary, despite high name recognition, and there's no sign that he solved his problem attracting black voters. Okay, I don't know, but here's a picture of Bernie Sanders getting arrested during the Civil Rights Movement. This was 1963. Over 50 years ago. And here's another one. And he's also saying, it says right here, that he came in a distant second. So he came in second. So let's take a look at the actual polling information there. Okay, so this liar didn't mention that in most polls, Bernie Sanders is running neck and neck with Biden. And not only that, I think this poll is skewed in some way. I think they skewed the results. He also finished second. And where did Kamala Harris finish? She finished in third. So your logic is completely asinine. And I just wanted to go back to that article one more time because there's one more thing that really annoyed me in that article that I wanted to show you. Additionally, Sanders might be a victim of his own success. There will likely be other Democrats running this time around who are outsiders, such as Bullock, and who are liberal, such as Harris. So let's define liberal. Open to new behavior or opinions and willing to discard traditional values. Well, let's see. The Intercept. Kamala Harris fails to explain why she didn't prosecute Steve Mnuchin's bank. They committed crimes. They committed crimes against the public. Is that something a liberal does? Attorney General Kamala Harris on Wednesday vaguely acknowledged the Intercept's report about her declining to prosecute Steve Mnuchin's One West Bank for foreclosure violations. This is Trump's Secretary of Treasury. Dems rising star meets with Clinton in inner circle in Hamptons. Oh, and she's so excited about it. She's so excited about it. So while Kamala Harris is trying to woo rich donors, Bernie Sanders is on a panel somewhere trying to get corporations, some company to increase its minimum wages, whether minimum wage, whether it's Walmart or Amazon or whomever. You have to think about, what is this candidate doing right now? I know what Bernie Sanders is doing, and I know what Kamala Harris is doing. So what did we learn today? We learned that Chris Cillizza is a liar, a dumbass, an establishment tool. We continue to learn that Bernie Sanders was arrested during the civil rights movement fighting for the rights of African Americans. We learned that Kamala Harris is a corporate tool. So you make the decision. Do you want to continue watching MSNBC? Do you want to continue to be brainwashed? Or do you want to subscribe? Or do you want to be brainwashed by me? Do you want to be brainwashed by me and become one of my subscribers and donate everything? Give me everything. Give me everything. Oh, baby.
Please remember to subscribe and hit the dislike button at the bottom of the page.